Is buying a Jogger Stroller travel system worth the investment? So today I'm going to break down our specific one that we purchased. We've had it now for 4 years. And when I say travel system jogger, what I mean by that is it's a Jogger Stroller and it comes with the infant car seat and one car seat base. Now the reason for this is a typical on its own jogger cannot hold a newborn. They're not safe for a newborn. They don't have the support and the structure. So what you do is you put the infant car seat into the jogger. It's a click connect sort of system. So this means you can use your Jogger stroller from infancy all the way till they hit the weight limit. Buying a stroller can be a large, stressful purchase or item you're going to put on your baby registry. And you want to make a good, smart decision for your lifestyle and your family. So I'm going to review ours. Our stroller specifically is the Graco Fast Action Fold Jogger Travel System. I believe that's every word in the correct order. It is a mouthful. It also, I believe, uses the phrase click connect, again, meaning that infant seat clicks in to the jogger stroller, making it 100% safe for a newborn to ride in the stroller. We have used it over 4 years and through 2 children so far. We have loved it. We've enjoyed it. And at this point, I feel like I can make a very complete review of the pros, the cons, the negatives, and what works for us, and what honestly, if I could make my own stroller, what I would tweak or do slightly differently. But overall, it's a great stroller, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. And I would overall recommend it to new parents. So let's get into just what the stroller is. It is a 3-in-1. You got the stroller, the car seat, the base. This gets you started for a pretty good price overall. Now prices fluctuate, but this stroller I believe is between $300 and $400. But again, you're getting 3 items within that price. It is a 3-tired stroller, so it's got like that triangular base. The tires are aired up. They're not like a hard plastic. They do require air, but that gives it a little bounce and a little give to it. Now I will say the stroller does not have shocks on it of any kind. So it's not necessarily designed for mountain trails, I guess you could say. I also would like to say I'm not a runner. I did not buy the stroller because I'm a jogger or a runner. I bought it because I wanted a stroller that could handle going strawberry picking or going to the apple orchard or going to, say, the state fair and maybe being on gravel and rougher terrain. I wanted a stroller that had big wheels. This was what was important to me, not jogging. So if you want a specific jogging review of this stroller, you might want to look somewhere else. I am not a runner. Okay, so the stroller itself, it weighs about 30 pounds. That's what I found online. It doesn't feel like 30 pounds to me personally. It can hold your child until they're up to 50 pounds. It, like I said, can hold them from infancy because they have the infant car seat. Now, when they're ready to get out of the car seat, there's a 5-point harness. You can choose not to use the top part of the harness and let those buckles sit or take them out of the stroller and just have 3 points at the bottom. But it does have the 5-point for that extra support when they're maybe in between on their ages and their body control and strength. When it comes to the seat as well, it does recline, but it does not lay flat. There are some strollers out there that go completely flat for newborns. We are not doing that in this stroller. That is not the case with this one. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not got you covered on that. It's got some of your typical features. It's got the sunshade. It's got storage underneath, the basic stroller stuff. It has 2 cup holders for baby, plus a little tray in the middle you can put food or snacks on. And then it's got 2 cup holders for the parent, as well as a small container of storage where you can put your keys. There is a phone area. My phone does not fit there. I don't think any phone fits there realistically. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I usually shove my phone into the cup holder or I wear a jacket with a zipper pocket so my phone is safely with me. Now in the back, you got your typical brakes that you would have on any stroller. This is for, of course, if you're on a hill or something and you're parking, stopping, doing whatever, just braking. Now the front tire has the ability to lock, and this is where it's going to be locked to where you're only going straight forward. And then you can do the swivel option as well. So you sort of move a button and then this makes it to where the wheel can turn and you can, go in a circle. And it turns on a dime when you have it in that mode. So front tire has 2 options is basically what I'm saying. So real quick, I want to just say some of my pros. I think the stroller's a really good price for what you're getting. The 3-in-1 for the price, I feel like it's a great deal. Another pro for me is that I know that car seat is compatible with the stroller. If you buy a separate car seat and a separate jogger stroller, they may not be compatible and be safe for your baby. So that gave me the peace of mind of knowing that we can go to the apple orchard, their car seat clicks in and they are safe, even as a 1-month. Again, because that car seat clips in, a pro to the stroller is the long useful life. When I make a large investment into an item, a baby item, I want it to be used for years and years and years. And that's the case with this one. You can use it from birth to about 50 pounds. We used it for our first child. Now we use it for our second. And it keeps going and we're going to have it for a long time. The 5-point harness I feel like is a plus, especially if you have a wiggly kid. Sometimes, you just got one that's a little rambunctious, and having that 5-point harness is that extra layer of safety and keeping them where they need to be versus them like twisting, trying to, maneuver their way out if you got a squirmy, wormy little kid. I also really like the way the stroller is folded up and released down. It's very, very simple. So when the stroller's out and it's big, you pull a lever right in the seat and it collapses on itself. There's one clip on the side that isn't even really like a clip, it's more like a catch, and that is how the stroller stays folded. And then when you're going to unfold it, all you have to do is release it from that catch and boom, it's gonna settle back down and be back into its original like stroller position. When you fold the stroller up, a pro to it is this kickstand feature. The stroller can balance by itself for a second. So say, you're in a situation where you're unloading stuff, reloading stuff, trying to get your kid in the car, this and that. Sometimes it's nice to have a minute to just set the stroller up and it's not falling over in a dirty parking lot, or maybe it's raining or this or that. And it really does come in handy more than I thought it would. I actually have noticed how much I like this kickstand because now we have a wagon and we use that sometimes when we need to haul both of our children, but this wagon has no kickstand feature whatsoever. So we fold this thing up and it immediately falls over and you just have to hang on to it versus the stroller has like independence freestanding. So I love that. Now I will say the kickstand feature works better when the wheel is locked forward. When it comes to loading and unloading the stroller, ideally the front wheel is in the locked straight position. If it's wiggling around, it tends to want to fall over and gets a little hectic. It doesn't have that balance, I would say. So that's a tip there. Some other pros, I like the tray for the kids. The tray can be removable, and I have actually used that feature in a specific situation. So it can come off, which helps fit it in your trunk easier. But then I've used it to push my stroller up to a table, like at a park, say a picnic table, and I don't have a booster seat or a high chair. I will take off their front tray and push them right up to the table. Obviously, they could eat off their tray as well. But say you are trying to incorporate them in the meal or have a large plate in front of them in that sort of situation, I will take off this front tray, push them right up to the table, and it works great. Other pros for me, just in general, I wanted a stroller, therefore having a stroller is a huge pro to me. I like the pumped up wheels. I like that pushing it is easy. I didn't want to have to lug this heavy stroller around and force it through situations. Like, it glides. It is smooth. I love the stroller overall. So let's talk about a couple of the cons, and I'm sure I've dabbled on these, but let's jump right back into them quickly and concisely. The size and the weight. Jogger strollers are going to be heavier and bulkier to load and to store. That just is part of it. But for me, I wanted the big wheels. I wanted some of these features. It comes with loading and unloading a larger and heavier stroller. I'm willing to do it. Some people may not be. This stroller has no double option. If you're going to have babies very close together, back to back, consider getting a stroller that can turn into a double. Other option though, when we had our toddler and newborn, one of us would push the stroller and one of us would wear the newborn in a wrap. Or even if I was by myself, I could manage both with baby being in a wrap and toddler being in the stroller. It is doable, but if you truly do want that double stroller, this might not be the option for you. It doesn't go flat for sleeping. I mentioned that before. For some people, that could be a con. And the other, honestly, the major con for me is that the phone doesn't fit. That absolutely drives me crazy. I think it's just silly. Honestly, everyone carries their phone with them when they're out walking, and just in general, like having it safe and with you, and the fact mine does not fit definitely frustrates me. No shocks. For some people that are joggers, the lack of shocks might be a problem for them. It was not for me, but it could be for others. I just want to share a couple tips from my experience using the stroller. So after we had it for a few months, the front tire started to get a little stuck. We sprayed some like lubricant on it, and that has helped tremendously. So that was an easy solution. When it comes to loading and unloading the stroller, I like to have that front wheel locked in the straight position, but then I actually don't like to have the brakes on the back. When I throw it in my car or my Tahoe, I almost like roll it in. So I let those wheels spin intentionally. Now, if it's moving around in your trunk, you might want to lock those wheels. But just saying, for the loading part, I like those wheels to roll. Just my personal. When it comes to loading and loading as well, if you are dealing with a tight space, you can remove the wheels pretty easily, especially the two back wheels. And then the food tray on the front, that comes off very easily as well. So you can make the stroller get smaller pretty quickly and pretty easily. Now, I will say, I could fit it in the trunk of my Honda Accord when I was driving that without taking it apart. I just had to go in at like an angle, and I could get it to fit in sideways as long as there wasn't much in my trunk. It had to be pretty empty for the stroller to fit, but I could do it, which was really cool, I felt like. So overall, that is the look and the pros and the cons and the tips I have regarding the stroller. I truly enjoy the stroller. Again, it is the Graco Fast Action Fold Click Connect Travel System Stroller. I will, of course, have this stroller linked in the description. And if you go there and find it, the version that I'm showing you in all these videos is the Gotham. Like that is the color, which is black, I believe, overall. So Gotham is the one we have, and we love this stroller. Please excuse any dirt or nicks or scratches on it because the stroller is truly loved and used and is 4 years old. So take a look at the condition it truly is in and just consider that this is a 4-year-old stroller. Thank you so much for checking out the stroller review and checking out my channel. If you like content like this, I would love a subscribe. That way that you can find me once again for more mom and wife and everyday life tips. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you back here in the next one. Thanks. Bye.